Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to demonstrate how to read a specific pesticide label. These can be rather confusing sometimes. They have a lot of information in them, and it can be quite overwhelming at times when you're trying to find just something simple. It's hard to find them sometimes. And the hard thing too with it is many of these labels are different depending on which company creates them, which pesticide it is. It can be rather confusing. So I wanted to make a quick little video to kind of navigate through a label. First off, I just want to let you know that if you come to this website, greenbook.net, you can look up pretty much any label that you would like. You just type in the name of the product that you want to look up. For example, here I typed in curtail. I just put it in here. This is what comes up. It has here label, you can view, you can download, has SDS sheets, which are the safety data sheets that you can view and download as well. It has some basic information here, but for this video, I just want to show you the label specifically. So I clicked on view, and this is what popped up here. So real quick, you can see on the front it has the name of the product. So this is the common name, curtail in this instance. And it says here it's an herbicide, so it's meant to kill weeds. It's made by Dow AgroSciences. And as you come along here, it will give basic information about what it's for. For selective control of broadleaf weeds in wheat and barley, not underseeded with a legume, fallow cropland, grasses grown for seed, and etc. So it's for broadleaf weeds in wheat and barley specifically. Then you'll find active ingredients. Now this is the actual chemical that is found in it, which these are really big words and hard to say. So that's why they have a common name. Makes it a little easier to go through. So, but as you can see, this has 2,4-D in it, this 2,4-dichlorophenoxylacetic acid, and it gives the percentages of what's in it. It also gives precautionary statements, what hazards there are for humans. Also, I want to point out this right here. This is really important, as well as the EPA registration number. This is important when you're trying to look up this product, or if other people are trying to look it up. This is a quick reference. It'll have a signal word is what this is called. There are 3 types. There is warning, caution, warning, and danger. And I did that in increasing toxicity. So if it has caution, it is a low toxicity. If it says warning, it's a little higher, mid-range toxicity, and danger is upper range toxicity. So this is a pretty nasty one. It says it's corrosive, causes irreversible eye damage, harmful if absorbed through skin or inhaled, harmful if swallowed. So right there, it just kind of gives you kind of a warning about what this could do to you. Then right under that, it has personal protective equipment, PPE. So these are the things that you need to wear when you are handling this product. So all mixers, loaders, applicators, flaggers, and other handlers must wear long sleeve shirt and long pants, shoes plus socks. Right there, that's the basic pesticide application attire, the basic protective equipment. But then this one also, you need to have chemical resistant gloves, protective eyewear, and then a chemical resistant apron when applying post-harvest dips or sprays to citrus, when you're mixing or loading, when you're cleaning up spills and other things like that. So goes through some engineering controls. Come up here, it will go through recommendations about things that just to protect yourself: washing hands before you eat or drink or use the restroom, remove your PPE if any pesticide gets on it. First aid kind of goes through what you need to do if you are exposed to this. Goes through environmental hazards. This pesticide may be toxic to fish and aquatic invertebrates. So that's just kind of a warning about how you should really avoid letting this product get into water of any kind. And then we get into directions for use. One thing I want to point out here is this agricultural use requirements. When you are spraying this to a farm for agricultural use, there is an REI. Right here it says REI, which is the restricted entry interval. This is the time period that no one should go into that field after the application has been made. And for this one, it is 48 hours. That's a pretty basic thing that we look for. If you do need to go in prior to that 48 hours expiring, these are the things that you need to wear. It talks about storage and disposal, how temperatures that needs to be stored at, how to dispose of the containers. Usually it talks about how you trimple rinse the containers or pressure rinse them, and then once that's done, it says how you do not reuse this container and offer for recycling if available. Then general information, it talks about what this product can do, how it is a selective post-emergent control of broadleaf weeds, and then it talks about just some different restrictions, like for example, do not use in greenhouses, do not apply this product through any type of irrigation system, different things like that, crop rotation intervals, and then this crop rotation interval is if you apply this to a certain crop, such as wheat, you cannot plant potatoes in that field for a certain amount of days or months because the pesticide can reside in the soil for a while and it could harm that crop. It talks about spray drift management. That's one of the things that we work on a lot, is trying to avoid any off-target exposure of this pesticide to places that it shouldn't be. So it talks about using the right droplet size. That has to do with your nozzles. Wind speed. Make sure you're not applying when the wind speed is too high. Temperature inversions, being aware of susceptible plants. Your equipment, aerial application. Then here it goes into mixing instructions, how to mix it. The timing, the rates, use of surfactants, which are just something that help the product do better, spray coverage, and it goes through the different weeds that are controlled. So these are all weeds that they, in their trials, found were controlled by this product. Then it talks about the rates. So if you were, this is for barley and wheat, this you do 2 to 2 2/3 pints of curtail per acre. So you'll find your different rates for different situations, fallow ground, rangeland, and it goes through all this different information. And then it has, of course, some disclaimers and different things like that. So anyway, that was a really quick overview of what a typical label contains, and just hopefully this kind of helps you kind of break it down a little bit in being able to find different ways that you can look for what you're specifically looking for in that instance. We always encourage everybody to read the label, be sure they are aware of what they are applying and the dangers associated with it, and make sure that they are following the label, because the label is the law. If you are following this label, you will be making a proper application. And so I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.